I think one thing that's been great about showing our whole staff what an effective model looks like is it's something that I know we're going to see in all our classrooms during the year, a strategy that you know is effective and is going to get a result. I think that just adds so much to builds people's confidence so much more. As we were learning more about it and we were starting to give feedback, as we realized that this is something that our whole building could benefit from. And one thing that we've been doing this year is anytime we're trying to implement a new instructional strategy, we take one period of professional learning where we're just all getting super clear on what it is. So we defined what modeling was. We went through all the different steps and kind of showed people what it was that we were learning, and then let them try it on their own. And then we took some time and we went out and we monitored. And the second step this year has always been to come back, find some classroom that's really doing it well, that really understands it well, and then show it again, and let people think about their own practice and where they might still need to work on some different parts of it. But the video really made it clear for everyone because it was actually showing someone doing it well, and then obviously doing it in our building with our kids using our curriculum.
Now let's put this together into our learning target. Mirrors on.
Mirrors on.
We are learning to.
We are learning to
Identify the author's use.
Identify the author's use
Of sensory details.
of sensory details
And explain the feeling.
and explain the feeling
It creates in the story.
it creates in the story
So that we.
can
describe the setting.
describe the setting
Of all summer in a day. Okay, so you'll watch me and listen as I carefully model for you how to find sensory details in a text. Okay? So your job, just watch and listen. Okay? Watch and listen. My first step is that I'm going to review what sensory details are. So I can refer to my anchor chart if I don't remember. Okay? So first step, what are sensory details? Sensory details are descriptive words that appeal to our senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch. Okay? I know what sensory details are, so now I can move to my next step. Step 2, I'm going to read my text until I find the words that I think describe one of the 5 senses. Then I will highlight that section of text. So only the sensory detail words. It doesn't have to be the full sentence. In step 4, I'm going to name the type of sense that those words describe by adding it to my note catcher. So I'll place it into the correct spot. Is it a sight detail, hearing, smell, taste, or touch? Okay, so now watch me as I do this for real. Where should your eyes be tracking?
on the screen.
It was a dark and stormy night. Okay, I already hear sensory details in that first spot. So I'm thinking dark and stormy. Dark would be sight. Okay, so I'm naming that. I go to my note catcher. Under sight, I'm gonna put dark. I heard sudden chill, shivers down my spine. I'm thinking that sounds like touch. I can feel that chilly air on my skin. So I'm writing sudden chill.
The silent
And under that, underline, it was the color of rubber and ash.
Maybe you also tell where they feel those cold drops.
People are continuing to really dig into their lessons and try to see how modeling works with whatever they're teaching. It's thinking more deeply about what students actually know. This is brand new, or this is something that kids are really stuck on, where I have to take intentional time during the lesson to really show them how to do it. Teacher's biggest takeaway has been, what does it mean for students after I model? What does it mean for them, and what do they have to do next? And so really to get an idea of how effective the model was in that moment and when you might need to come back and do it again or show them something different is to hear back from them, what did they actually pay attention to as you were going through the process. Just interesting to see how people have reflected on their lessons more because we're getting feedback in the moment from students.